Happy Thursday, everyone. Stacy here from Mindful Parenting for Sensitive Children. And in today's video, we are going to talk about how to create a morning routine that will get you and your kids out the door on time. I know that this can be a sticking point for a lot of families. It can be hard enough to get ourselves up and out the door on time. But when you add small children who don't always want to follow our lead, it can lead to a lot of frustration. Let's start by talking about why the morning can be a challenge when it comes to getting our sensitive kids out the door. First of all, personally, I don't blame them. As an adult, I don't like being rushed to get ready in the morning. So it totally makes sense to me that my kids wouldn't like it either. And while I have reasons that are important to me for getting out the door by a certain time, like a job or appointments, these reasons don't mean anything to our kids. Also, kids are wired for connection, especially when they're on the more sensitive side. If you've taken any of my courses or attended my Meltdown Masterclass, I go into this in much more detail. But for today, just know that our kids, they depend on us for their survival. For them, having a close connection means that their needs are more likely to be met. When they're feeling disconnected, no matter what the reason, it can feel like a threat to their nervous system. So when they're asleep all night, even if you room share or bed share, it's like being away from our kids for an extended period of time. They wake up and their connection bucket is likely already low. This creates the perfect conditions for conflict, whether it's not getting their shoes on, refusing to brush their teeth, or just being in a bad mood. The other thing that is often overlooked is the amount of sleep that your child is getting. If you're needing to wake them up every day, that's a sign that they're probably not getting enough sleep. And we all know that a tired child is often a cranky child. So, how can we make the mornings run a little smoother? Well, it really starts the night before. Making sure kids are going to bed on time is huge, which could be a whole other video all on its own. The other thing is that as adults, we need to take responsibility for being organized too. If you're leaving all the little tasks like making lunches and filling water bottles, picking out clothes, planning breakfast, all of that until the morning, then we really aren't setting ourselves up for success. I know you're tired too. I know you just want a few minutes to yourself in the evening. And if you don't change anything, nothing's going to change. So start by thinking about all the little things that you can take care of ahead of time and get them done. Your morning self will thank you. Another thing that you can do is to create a list for each child. It could be a written list or a visual list, whatever works for you, but make it a simple list of what they need to do each morning. Practice doing this list with them several times. Expect that they might want or need help with the list, at least in the beginning, but eventually they will be able to complete the items independently. Having a list will help them stay organized and keep them on track. And I know I say this a lot, but it really is helpful. Keep your expectations realistic. Some days your kids will need more help than others. That's okay. I know parents often have a tendency to worry that by helping their child, they'll never learn how to do it on their own. Or sometimes parents just really don't want to have to help their child. And all of these feelings and worries are totally valid. And trying to force a potentially tired, cranky, or disconnected child to complete a task on their own when we could just as easily help them is fighting a losing battle. I mentioned earlier about the importance of kids feeling connected. Plan for how you're going to meet this need ahead of time. Is it extra cuddles in bed? Helping them with their list of tasks? Taking a few minutes to play a game? These are all ways to help meet a child's need for connection and will help so much when you need to ask them for their cooperation. And finally, the other side of this is making sure that your needs are met. Just like the end of the day is a tired time of day, which makes it hard for us to be patient, the morning can feel just as hard. Do you need to wake up a little bit earlier in order to have some quiet time to yourself? Do you need to program the coffee maker to have the coffee ready for you at a certain time? Or maybe you need to commit to going to bed earlier so that you're better rested in the morning. Whatever it is, identify it and make a plan. I'd love to know, what have you found helpful in creating a peaceful morning routine? I'd love for you to share your tips in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you'd like some help creating a more peaceful morning routine for your family, I would love for you to book a free parent mentorship call with me, and we can work on this together. That's it for me for today. I will see you in the next one. Bye.